What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Now, I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about how the PS5 and Xbox Series X need to be delayed. Now, I've kind of hinted at this kind of video coming for a very, very long time on the channel. And like I've said in videos like this in the past, if you would have told me like a month and a half ago that I'd be making this video, that I'd be talking about this, I would have punched myself in the face and said, like, why? But as time has gone on, obviously a lot of things that were completely out of their control has gone on. And it really just does lead up to, in my personal opinion, I don't think we should be getting these consoles in the fall. Now, again, that's crazy. In retrospect, or to give you guys a little bit of history, like, I want them, okay? I'm a big fan of next gen. You know, I want to get the PS5. I'm very excited for this. So it's not like this is something, again, like a month ago, it's not something that I would have said. But now, let me give you the reasons, basically, of why I'm saying it. Now, one thing I do want to point to, and this is going to be very, very short because of just what it is. I made a video on Saturday, and we talked about some leaks on the PS5 that's been having major trouble, overheating, just lots of problems in general. You can go watch that video if you want to check that out. Now, again, it's a leak. It's unconfirmed. Nobody knows, if it's true or false. That is just one extra thing to add on top of it. So I'm going to give the reasons that don't even, that are actually confirmed, actual things that are just going on around the world. That leak could just be added on top, specifically, I'd say, for PlayStation. So if what I give you guys in this video isn't enough, maybe check out that other video and see what I say there and see if maybe that adds on to your guys' belief too. But here's the basic thing. One of the biggest things that literally everybody is saying is shortages, okay? IGN has even posted stuff, and I believe they even had an article where they talked to gaming like analysts, right? Like people that analyze the gaming industry, and all of them said, like, yeah, the consoles can come out in the fall, but there's going to be shortages to them. You're not going to have many in circulation. So even them, everybody, the best case scenario seems to be if we get the consoles in the fall, there's going to be limited supply of them, okay? There's not going to be a lot of them that you're going to be able to buy. Now, when the PS4, when the Xbox One came out, there were even problems then. We go back a long time ago, even to the Wii. Remember how difficult it was to find a Wii for like the first 3, 4, 5, 6 months of it being out? It was insane. So we've had these problems. It's not like we've never had shortages. It's not like we've never had problems where there's not enough of the product to meet the demand of the consumer, okay? I'm not saying that's never happened before, but I'm honestly very, very worried about just that. Just that alone should be enough, because what's going to happen is this. There's not going to be enough of them for the people that want to get it. Another thing that could happen is due to what's going on around the world. Now, I don't say it. YouTube is really, really stupid with, cracking down on the words. I know they implemented a new thing, but you can never trust YouTube anyway. Due to that, there was a lot of talk that maybe they get limited region releases, specifically maybe talking about Sony, but maybe Sony's PlayStation 5 releases like in Japan first. Maybe it only releases like over there, Asia, Japan, that kind of, or those kind of places in the fall, okay, in like November. And if you wanted to get one of those here in the US or anywhere, really, UK, anywhere, you'd have to pay probably upwards of like $1,000, $1,000 US dollars. That's insane. Even here in America, if you had them come out, there would not be enough for the people that are here. So what does that mean? Well, okay, it means that, one, you have all of this excitement and all of this hype and all of this, and they built that, by the way. Microsoft and Sony, and now they've done it to various degrees, especially Sony has not done the greatest job so far, but you've had these companies do, again, reasonable to really good job. Microsoft's done a really good job of amping people up. Okay, that's fine, but what happens if you release your console and only 10% of the people that wanted to get it can actually get it? That is a huge problem. And not just that, it's not like you're going to be waiting like a week to get it. You're going to be waiting months, because a lot of these analysts are saying you're probably not going to have, full storage, like, all hands on deck, like anybody who does want it can get it. You're not going to have that until like February or March. So again, it's not like November 10th or whatever, let's say, or, Thanksgiving, if they want to, I know they said they were going to release on Thanksgiving, and they said, well, we didn't necessarily mean that. It's going to be in November in general, but say it's whatever day in November 10th. It's not like November 17th, there's going to be a new batch. No. what you have is what you have, and if you want enough for the rest of the people, you have to wait like 3-4 months. And again, also think about it, it's Christmas time. People are Black Friday shopping. People are buying these things for their kids, for themselves, as like a early Christmas gift, all this kind of stuff. Well, so that's even more people that were going to get it probably than would have. If you have it come out in February or March, you don't have that massive sale time, right? You don't have the massive like influx of people spending as you would in the fall around Black Friday time. So you have that as well. So those people are going to be disappointed. What about all the kids and teenagers and whoever that want it as a Christmas gift? Now they can't get it. That leads, again, immediately to a problem. Okay, well, you can find one. If you really want a Series X or you really want a PS5, you can get one. Just give us $1,000. And again, that's not Sony doing it. That would be like people hoarding them and then selling them in like a third-party way, like on eBay or Amazon, which is a really bad thing, and it's a stupid thing. It's a terrible thing. But you know what? It honestly happens. It happens in sporting events. It happens in music events. It happens literally everywhere. It's just a sad like truth of all of these industries. But that would be what would happen if you want them, or again, if they're not in your territory. They may not come to all of the territories. They may not come to all of the countries. They may not come to all of the states. They might not come to all of the cities. You don't know. Nobody knows. And but what we do know is that we have been told like there would be shortages. Now, not from Sony and Microsoft. They haven't said anything, but of course they're not going to say anything until like right before, right? Or maybe around June, maybe Microsoft can finally say like, hey, it's still happening, but look, we're not going to have that many of them. Like, even if you pre-order it now, the odds aren't very high that you're going to get it. And again, like that is just kind of all an inconvenience, right? You don't need that. And one of the other things too, and actually this is one of the final things, is you're not gonna miss out on much. And that's a thing that I've tried to say in a lot of these videos, especially recently. As we've gotten closer to next gen, what I think we've quickly realized is, I guess it depends. It depends on who you listen to. But from some, it really sounds like this is the smallest gap in between console jumps that we've ever gotten. Okay, now again, you could argue that and you could say that's just not true. But even if it's not, say it's not, and it doesn't even matter if it's not, the logistics of it is that it kind of is, because, okay, you have the Series X, you have the PS5, no matter how more powerful they are than each other, it doesn't matter how much more powerful they are than the PS4 and Xbox One. Bottom line is, the only reason you're getting that next-gen console is because your friends are getting it for whatever reason. Maybe your friends are getting it because you're getting it, so friends are getting it for friends, or for power. The only reason you're getting the next gen is because other people you know are getting it, or because it's more powerful. You could say, no, I'm getting it for the games. Well, let me raise you this. What games? Because, and I'm not saying there are no games, but what I'm saying is the general plan of the gaming industry this time around is no exclusives. There's not going to be games on next gen that aren't on current gen. The only exceptions to that rule are most likely PS5 exclusive games, Sony first party, and not even all of them. I don't even think all of them. I would have said at some point, I have said actually months ago, that I think all of them would. But I've changed my mind because it really seems like that's not the way the industry is going. I think they will select certain games, PS5 games, that'll only be on the PS5. But Microsoft has even said, first party games, they aren't coming out only on Series X. You can get them on Xbox One. You could say, well, Microsoft was only talking about their own games. Well, even back when they said that, I would have told you, no, they meant all of them. And since then, we've gotten EA, we've gotten Ubisoft, we've gotten loads of publishers come out and publicly say, no, we're not doing next-gen only games for like the first 2 years, which lines up exactly with Microsoft's 1 to 2 year thing, right? We've heard that. Specifically, you can go out and look. There are publishers that have said, no, we're not doing games that are only on next-gen for like a while. They're going to be on both. So again, let me ask you the question. If you're getting the next-gen consoles in the fall, why are you getting them? Why would you get them if there's shortages and not everybody can even get them? So say, even just take your friend group. Say you have 5 friends and you, so you have 6 people. What if only 3 of you can even purchase it because there's not enough? Or say you have to spend $1,000 on it because you have to get it through like a third-party thing. How many people are going to do that? How many? Also, again, why are you getting it? Are you getting it for the games? Because you could, and again, like I'm painting it as like a negative thing. Ultimately, though, it's not all that negative because people can, look at what we're doing right now. People can be patient to an extent. People can't be patient forever, but people can be patient. And any game that you were expecting in the fall, like, hey, if you're into Halo Infinite, The only thing you're losing out on is seeing it like enhanced a little bit on the Series X. Now, okay, the little bit could be monumental, right? It could be the difference between, playing Halo Infinite one way and then like, oh my God, like this is what next gen can do. But like, is that worth it? Is that worth $600? Is that worth $800? Again, if you're got to get the console through a different means than just Microsoft, is that worth that only a couple people? And I say a couple people, but really, like again, say they expected to sell 10 million copies within the first like 2 months. They may only be able to do like 3. So again, like, is that worth it? Is that worth only getting 1/3 of the people you were going to get in the first place? Again, I'm painting it as a negative, but as us from consumer point of view, it's actually positive. Maybe people aren't ready to spend money on it. But to finish up the gaming thing, and I got one other reason for you. Again, there's no games you're going to miss out on. And I feel like that's definitely the biggest fear, and understandable. By the way, I completely understand that. You don't want to miss out on next-gen games. And one thing that I've always been negative on Microsoft and even Sony, if they go forward with this, is that next-gen plan of no games being exclusive to next-gen, because then, again, it brings up the question, why are you getting next-gen if I can play all of them on my current gen? You're only getting it for that power jump, and then that is debatable of how big the power is as of right now. You can't necessarily put a value on that power jump, right? So that's one of the last things, okay? The games maybe is the thing you could argue, but ultimately there's easily ways around it. The final thing is honestly the situation we're in. Now, I've said it before on this channel, from videos I've done on Batman, from videos I've done on different games, I've heard from a lot of people, and not everybody's the same, but I would say probably a okay core of our group, of our 31,000, probably wouldn't be getting next gen. They either don't have the money for it or they just don't want to spend the money on it. And again, that's a very, very small sample size. It'd be, and I'm sure there's different polls and different people being asked on different channels, on different websites. But you had that, I would say, a month, 2 months, 3 months ago, where people aren't ready or aren't willing to drop $500 on next gen. And now you could say this, okay, well, there's always going to be those people. For PS3 to PS4, Xbox 360 to Xbox One, there's always going to be people that aren't going to buy it day one, week one, month one, year one. They're going to take 2-3 years when they drop the price by $50, $100, then they'll do it. Okay, that's fine. But a thing you have to factor in now is, look at what's happened in the world. Now, again, this is not their fault, but this is something you 1,000% have to factor in. Look what's happened around the world. People are losing their jobs. People are filing for unemployment at the highest rate ever in the history of ever, and it's insane. It's insane. But people don't have money right now. They absolutely don't. And you could say, well, it could be over, and I'm sure it will be over, by the way, by the fall. But is everything going to be recovered by the fall? Is everybody who lost their job getting their job back? And now, okay, is everybody who lost their job and could they get it back? Could they not get back? Are all of those people going to get the next-gen consoles anyway? Well, okay, but you know what I mean, right? There are people in there, right? But is that going to happen? People may not recover from this. I'm sure, actually, there's going to be many people that don't recover from the events of what's going on. It's just the way the world is. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. Even our lives, my personal life, has changed because of this. I won't get into it too much. Those that follow the channel closely or like follow our live streams, they know that our lives are changing too because of all of this. And it's okay. We're completely fine, by the way. But this is happening all around the world, and it just makes for a really, really dicey situation where, again, you already had people that weren't going to buy it. And again, yes, people are always not going to buy it. But now you probably have more than usual, right? Now you're going into the fall when a lot of people don't have money, don't have income, and not even just that. If they get the job back, if they get their income back, well, you need to be able to save up. Like, are people going to be, because again, it's not just the console, it's the games, it's the controllers. I'd say automatically you're probably looking at $650, $750, somewhere in that range for the next-gen consoles with the controller, say with one game in the fall. And that's before all this. That's like 2 months ago, me talking, right? Well, now you look at it now. Well, what if you had to pay $1,000 just to get the console, again, because of shortages, all that kind of stuff? Are you willing to do that? And then that's not counting the games. I'm sure there'll be fall games. Assassin's Creed may still happen. Maybe the Batman game comes out. I mean, there's probably going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like somewhere in that 3 to 8 range, let's say, of games that are going to be pretty big that people are probably going to want to play. Do people have this kind of money? And again, it's always been a question of do people have this kind of money, but now it's really that question. So I would just say, again, coupled with the shortages that we haven't got confirmed from the companies, but literally everybody else under the sun has said that there will be, the prices are going to be, inflated because of that. Not everybody's going to be able to play it. Why are you getting in the first place? There's really not going to be any games specific. There's going to be actually no games specifically for the next gen, so you don't have to worry about, the fear of missing out. You don't have to worry about that for games for next gen. So, and then also you have the money situation. That's, I think, 5 or 6 reasons right there of why, I really think it's not, and ultimately, to finish this, it's not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing at all to delay these consoles. It's a smart move. I think it's going to save people. It's going to help the business. It's going to help Sony and Microsoft because when they do release, they're going to have people that are ready for it and can purchase it and can actually, reach sales goals and all this kind of stuff. Because I guarantee you they are not going to reach a lot of sales goals no matter what they place it at. These people just are not in the situation to do it right now. So guys, let me know in the comments below. I think I was as fair as I could have been, but let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about my reasons. Let me know if you guys have reasons of your own, and let me know if you guys don't agree and you think that they shouldn't be delayed. Give me your argument in the comments. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel podcast now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up, and thank you so much for watching, guys. I greatly, greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you all on the next video.